Hey everyone, this is Mike with Lovey's Fat Life, and I'm going solo today, but my wife and I come up with a list of 10 things we feel like you need to do as soon as you get on a cruise ship. Let's go through this list now. All right, we're going to go through this list pretty quick. And again, this is just our opinion. This is mainly for new cruisers. Maybe you haven't cruised that many times. Maybe you haven't cruised with different cruise lines. We've mainly cruised with Carnival, but we have done Celebrity as well. And researching this, we found out that other people thought the same thing as well. And again, this is just all opinionated. This is, in our opinion, what we think the 10 things are you should do as soon as you get on the cruise ship. And I'm sure there's other things that will be mentioned as well in the comments. So check those out as well. And if you have one, throw it in there. And this is in no particular order, but number one is go to your muster drill. As soon as we get on the ship, I mean, we're finding where the muster station is. Actually, we already researched that ahead of time. So that's a tip. Take your phone, take your little note app, and write where your muster drill station is located. You can research that ahead of time and just go get it over with. No matter which cruise line you're with, a lot of times you have to watch a safety video. Sometimes that's on your app, but just go get that done with so then you can knock out these other 9 things and be done with it. You don't want to be that guy that's called and said, hey, so-and-so, come and do your muster drill. Get it done with right off the bat. It'll save you a ton of time and no worries later on. So one that I get laughed at sometimes is drop your luggage off if you're doing carry-ons and you can get to your room. Drop your luggage off as soon as you can to your room. Now your room is not going to be ready, more than likely. If you are platinum or diamond, or you have faster the fun, or some of the other cruise lines, whatever upgrades you have. But if you have access to drop your luggage off, I'm always carrying a carry-on that's got all my vlogging equipment. It's got medication. It's got just different items in it. But go ahead and drop that off of your room so you don't look like Mike Lovelace just rolling around this little cart around the ship and everybody's like, what the heck is that guy doing? Get it in your room, get it in place, and don't be thinking that your room is ready right off the bat. It's not. There's no way they can clean all the rooms in a timely manner by the time you get on there. So go to your room, drop your luggage off, put it in the closet, and then go. So the third one I have on here is tour the ship. If you haven't planned ahead of time and watch videos, I highly recommend that, watching these ship tours. A lot of great vloggers out there that do those. But hey, just tour the ship. Look at the main levels you want to go, the atrium area, the Lido deck area, maybe areas you don't know very well, the casino. The casino's not going to be up and running, but a lot of times you can go and check it out, kind of see what games are where that you want to play later on. But it's a good time within that first couple hours getting on the ship. Once you get everything, the muster drill and some other things done, just go tour the ship. It's a really good time to do that. Just walk around, figure out the layout of everything. So I'm a big proponent of unpacking your luggage as soon as it gets there. Now, sometimes it's there within the first couple hours. Sometimes it's not. We always undo our luggage. Some people live out of their suitcase and they don't care about that. I get that. So maybe this is not in your top 10, but man, go ahead and get that luggage put away, your clothes, put it up underneath your bed. That way you have everything there where you know where it's at. It's organized. All your underwear is here. Your bras and panties are here. Your t-shirts, whatever it is. Get stuff hung in the closet. Put those things away so they don't take up much room. And it's always better to do that. That's usually at the bottom of our list. It just depends on when you get your luggage to your room. Sometimes it's late at night and it's not within the first couple hours. But we always try to get our luggage put in the first day and don't wait till the second or third day. It's always. Now, are you one of those people that just live out of your suitcase the whole time? Or do you put your luggage, your clothes and stuff away and then put the luggage under the bed? This is a really important one for us, and that's meeting the cabin steward. Usually I'm the type that's always asking for ice. So I'll give the guy a tip right off the bat and say, when I say guy, it could be a girl too. I apologize about that. But yeah, go ahead and tip your steward, and let them get you some ice. Good time to meet them, get their card, just put a face with a name, and anything else you might need. You might need a cord for a CPAP machine, or Maybe some things were delivered to your room and it's not all there. You can ask about that. Also within this room store time period, and I didn't have this as a item on here, but I would do this when you go in and drop your luggage off. Just make sure things work. Your toilet is working properly. Your shower is working properly. The sink, the stopper in the sink, make sure all that's working. So that way on the first day, the room steward can say, hey, here, maintenance, come on up here and fix this for these guys. They're checking in, they got a problem. So this is one that my wife and I have not done, but we may do this on our next cruise. And I've heard a lot of people say this, is go ahead and book your spa and salon appointments. The very first day, usually they offer some great deals. It's also an opportunity to go tour that area with not, while things are not going on. And you can go kind of look at it, look at the showers, look at the little whirlpools, the hot tubs, the massage tables, all that kind of stuff you can look at. You know where it's located because you're doing your ship tour earlier. So go talk to them. Sometimes they have giveaways. Sometimes they have great discounts. So let's go ahead and knock that out as well. And I think we're going to do that on the horizon coming up. I've never been in that area before. Some people book spa rooms and then they get access to that. But if you got those spa rooms, go ahead and go check those areas out as well. So this is a big one, especially on the larger cruise ships. But go ahead and make your reservations on your app. You want to make sure the hub app is up, or whatever cruise line you're going with. The app is working properly. But go ahead and make your reservations. Some cruise lines will not let you make your reservations till you get on the ship. But if you are, you purchase things in advance, make sure that it's showing on your app that those items are really booked or not. Like you may have a steakhouse booked one night. You may have Italian booked one night. Go ahead and make sure on the app, once you're logged in, that everything is working, but make your reservations. And that also means for entertainment. A lot of cruise ships, it's just first come, first serve, but there are many of the bigger cruise ships that you have to book your entertainment as soon as you get on the ship. So go ahead and do that as soon as you get on there and you get in your room. Do it within the first couple hours, and also double check behind yourself that things that you signed up for are really showing booked, because that happens a lot where things get mixed up. I was watching a video with another vlogger that actually worked on the cruise line, and they said that a lot of times at 11 a.m. or in the morning time is when it switches from one ship to the other ship, and sometimes there's some technical issues, some glitches behind the scenes. So definitely check that out and do that within the first couple hours of getting on the ship. So I kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, and this on my top 10 list. But go ahead and sign into the Wi-Fi. Make sure you're connected. Make sure you can get in. Make sure your app is downloaded while you're still in port and have not pulled off yet. That's when you're going to be able to still use your phone and sign in. And even without using the Wi-Fi, you can check things out there locally. So you want to do that while you may have a stronger signal in port, like in Miami, Port Canaveral, wherever you're going out of. Before you have to officially use the Wi-Fi of the ship. But it's also a good time to go ahead and log in and make sure there's not an issue with your folio number and getting into it. And if there is, that way you can go down to guest services a little bit later and try to get that figured out. Also, you can also see how well your Wi-Fi is in your room. Sometimes it's great in the room, sometimes it's not. But it's a good time just to test that out right off the bat if you do that. Now, some people disconnect and don't care about that, and that's fine too. But we usually try to get the Wi-Fi package because we got a 14-year-old who likes playing games and talking with friends and stuff. But yeah, do that and make sure it's working properly. All right, this is one of the number one things to do. Put your phone in airplane mode before you sail away. So usually we do this as soon as we get on the ship. As soon as we get on the ship, we're putting in airplane mode. If not, we put a timer on our phones to let us know, give us a warning. So if you know your sailaway is at 4:30 or 5 and you're not in airplane mode, go ahead and put a clock warning or alarm clock on to say, hey, cut it off at 4:30. That way you do it. I've heard too many horror stories where people forget. It's a day or two later, even the next day, and those roaming fees rack up. Thousands of dollars could be in charges. I've heard it from families before. So please do that. Also remember, when you're on the ship and out at sea, don't take it off airplane mode. If you even do it for a split second, a lot of times that's a $12, $15 charge. It's happened to this guy one time before. I accidentally hit the switch from airplane to regular. And then, of course, a couple weeks later when I got home, checked my bill, I got hit with a $12 charge just for a split second. So definitely do that. Don't get those high charges come back on you. All right. And then the last thing I have on here, number 10, and this is something that some people love to do, some people don't care to do. And we've done it both ways, but I love to enjoy the sail away party from the home port. Now, some cruise lines do a better job of this than others, but either way, you got the beautiful, like down in Miami, for example, we're getting ready to go on the Carnival Horizon. You got the beautiful Miami skyline. You got just, the ship there. You got other ships there as well. You're pulling out. It's just a really cool thing to get up on the Lido deck or up on one of the highest decks you can and just take in and soak in everything going up. Now, my wife, a lot of times she'll say, nah, I don't want to do all that. She'll stay back and undo the luggage, which I mentioned earlier. But me and sometimes my son Anthony, we'll go up there, start vlogging, just soaking in that atmosphere. Sometimes you also go under some bridges in other ports like Tampa and some other places, and it's cool to go underneath the bridge and kind of look up. So that is number 10 for us, and that is enjoy your sail away party. Now, some honorable mentions. They're not must, but I'm always looking for that first drink, right? A lot of the cruise lines, you may already have the drink package or whatever you got going on, and you have to use until you get to your room and you get your card, you may have to use like a number that you're given, like your embarkation paperwork. But I always like to have my first drink too. Usually go up to a bar, like, the tiki bar or anywhere in one of the bars and get a beer or something just to relax, take the edge off a little bit. That's one for me as an honorable mention as well. One thing I do not do, and we may put a video on 10 things don't do, but here's a little secret. Don't go to the buffet right off the bat. A lot of people run to the buffet. That's the busiest place on the ship. If you're on the Carnival Sunshine, go to the very back in the Havana bar area. I've always told people that. But yeah, I mean, maybe check out a Guy's Burger or something, whatever, but it's going to be packed. A lot of people want to come on the ship first thing and run straight to the buffet or straight to Guy's Burger or straight to whatever restaurant they like. And those places are always so packed. That's a good time to be touring the ship and doing these other items we talked about here on the top 10. So, hey, tell us what are some top things that you do that maybe I didn't mention. And I'm sure I do it and it just went over our head here, but these were our top 10 things to do as soon as you get on a cruise ship, or at least within the first couple hours and before sail away. Definitely do that muster drill first. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Please like, comment, subscribe. We're about to hit 8,000 subscribers. And hey, let's get to 10,000 in 2025. Thank you guys. Have a good one.